All right, so it's the night before we leave to Summer Truck Nationals. We finally got the Ram outside. Let's see if we can finish in time to get some sleep tonight. What's up, everybody? Manny from Papis here again. So, as most of you might know, if you follow us on our social media, at PapisGarage, by the way, just in case you don't follow us on all of them, on TikTok, Instagram, on This As Well as YouTube. We did make it to Summer Trucking Nationals. It wasn't without any simplicity whatsoever. We definitely struggled to get on the way, and we struggled on the way, but lo and behold, we definitely made it. So here's our journey. We're really giving these videos a try. If you guys like what you see, make sure to help us grow a little bit. You know, like, subscribe, hit the little bell thing. So, Solomon from the Ford era, baby.
So the fucking 28s look like 24s. This shit's crazy.
Everybody recognize that face?
Oh, shit. Yo, why couldn't you put amp steps?
Bro, we got the steps yesterday. And
Right,
sure enough, the brackets were missing in the box. Yeah, just our luck.
I know,
Wow.
right?
Leg day. For
Off
next
to Recon. Guys at Recon literally let us pull up to their delivery door, and we got some sweet ass bed lights. We're gonna be able to cover these holes. So, backstory here: the bed lights, the side markers that go on the bed, we completely lost them, and I couldn't find them anywhere. And no dealer in all of South Florida had them, and I didn't want to show up to the show with some holes on the side of the bed. So I called Solomon and I asked him to see if he could figure out at some point between here and Texas that we could find some lights. He said not a problem. He called the guys at Recon. They usually don't have people drive up, as their like business is like fully online based. But they're actually based out of Fort Lauderdale. They said, hey, come on, stop by and get some lights or whatever. Solomon promised them that they'd be in for a surprise.
All right, guys, we pulled up to Recon, and they told us to stock taillights, and they were like, stock taillights don't work around here. So now we're putting on a set of Recons at the warehouse. Pretty freaking cool.
That's pretty cool.
But we don't have time, so we're on the way to Texas.
Oh, you're driving it.
Right now, we're driving to Texas.
God bless you.
That's why I couldn't get it shipped. I was like, no, I need to come pick it up because we are literally driving to Texas.
It's like crabbing.
That's exactly what it does. And it's automatic. You could do it right there without even learning how to do it. There's no joystick or anything. It's all computered. Well, we got them on, and they look awesome. So, here they are. Got these and these. And now we're on the way to Texas.
All the hoods love us like the 15th in the first. $500,000 jury like fuck that bird. Niggas screaming they want
Current time is 5:54 a.m. local time. Hours to go, 5:41 plus or minus an hour.
Good morning, America.
Even if it's just, I already said a good morning. You're late.
Yeah, well, I'm winging them now. So, we have the driver and our co-driver here. Apparently it's jam time again, so.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, so the tranny is slipping. We probably need to put more fluid in it. And we lost what?
What?
We think it can't move.
Yeah, torque converter's empty, so we're just slipping. Okay, so we had this like very small crack that we realized the tranny had when we were coming back from Atlanta from the Rick Ross car show. I guess whoever assembles these ASIN transmissions over-tightened the one bolt that's right near the electrical connector, and it caused like a hairline crack. That crack grew, and the vibration over 1,000 miles apparently made the crack go from about this big and one drop to this big and that drip. So we clearly had a big issue in our hands here. Okay, so here is like the beginning of the mission. So we're currently about 3 miles from an exit. We're able to get a little bit of tranny fluid at a gas station like right down the road. We get 3 jugs worth, we pump it in, and we're able to put the car to the next gas station. When we get to the next gas station, we're lucky enough to have met up with our boy who's coincidentally going to the show. He gives us a ride to Dallas. We're currently in Shreveport, by the way. So we're about 3 hours out from Dallas. He gives us a ride to Dallas. We had another friend of ours that was delivering a load in Houston, completely unrelated to this show, but he did have a truck and trailer because he's a hot shotter. Rev Trucking, by the way. Appreciate your help, Tito. He came up from Houston. We figured the time it took him to go from Houston to Dallas, it would be the same time that it took us to get from Shreveport to Dallas. So we got to Dallas, we got to the show pretty much with the truck still parked in Shreveport. We met up together, and then Tito from Rev Trucking took us back to Shreveport. On that trip back to Shreveport, we made sure to buy about as much JB Weld, Flex Seal, epoxy stick, and tranny fluid as we could find along the way. When we got to Shreveport, we winched the truck onto the trailer, and on the trailer we cleaned up, we dropped the pan, we started JB welding, flex sealing, epoxying the pan and the whole 9 yards and everybody together. We figured it'd have about a 3-hour trip back to Dallas to like create some form of a seal. At that point, it was like 3:30 in the morning when we're in Shreveport. We made it back to Dallas like at 6:30 in the morning. We went to a Blue Beacon. We got the truck washed because it was bathed in tranny fluid. And when we got to Dallas and we got to the show, we unloaded the truck we actually topped it off when we got to Dallas so the epoxy could cure for 3 hours. We topped off the truck with tranny fluid, enough to fill up the torque converter and get to that level of the pan just so we can like drive it into the show. We trailered it to just about close enough to the parking spot. We turned it on, we got it off the truck, we got it off the trailer, we parked it. At that point, it's like 7:15 in the morning. Like, no, it's like 7:45 in the morning. That security, like overnight security is leaving. We're in the middle of a shift change. And we finally had the truck there, and we finally got to go to our hotel room. We checked into our hotel at 8. I think people started showing up to the show like at 8 or 9. Well, we didn't get to the show until 5 o'clock in the afternoon because we didn't sleep that whole night. We didn't sleep the night before because you know the mission that we were on. And the night before that, we had maybe gotten like 2 hours of sleep. So the whole conundrum had just finished.
So we're at the AT&T Stadium. It's day 2 of the show. Truck looks freaking killer. Everybody has absolutely loved it. It has been nothing short of a mission to get here. I'm sure you guys all saw.
We had a great time at the show. We were able to meet up with all of our friends, have a good time. The concert was actually really fun. We went out one night. We got the opportunity to get some rest and still have a good time and get over that whole mission that we were on. The next day, we were fortunate enough. Solomon's really good friends with Richard Rawlings from Gas Monkey. We were able to go to his shop. He met up with us and he gave us like a full tour of the shop that day. Make sure to check out the description below. You're going to be able to see a link to the Ford Era, Solomon's YouTube channel, where you see that actual tour of the shop that day. Finished up our shop tour, headed to the airport, caught our flight back to Miami. So now you get to see what it is that we're going to do about this tranny situation. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do everything that you have to do so you can keep up with us. Thanks, guys.